To the first episode of Meet the Curator. This series is brought to you by the Real Scientist Nano team. Our goal is to provide a platform where scientists can communicate their work and interact with the public. With that in mind, every week we introduce you to a scientist working in the field of materials and nanoscience, who would be curating the Real Sci_Nano Twitter account. Stay tuned to meet this week's curator. Good afternoon, Drew. Thank you for agreeing to be our first curator. Could you tell us about yourself? What do you do? Where are you from? Where are you talking to us from?
Morning. Well, good afternoon from my side, but good morning. So my name's Drew Evans. I'm an associate research professor at the University of South Australia, and my day job is as a materials engineer. So working with a range of thin film materials, looking at their performance and manufacturability, and really trying to figure out how we make some cool scientific discoveries, but then very quickly get that out of the university lab and into the hands of industry so they can make some product. So that is in essence what it is I do and what my team does here.
Okay, that's your day job. You specifically said it's your day job. Okay, interesting. Awesome. Could you explain your science in simple words, like 5 lines, really, really simple words?
Yeah. So we work, the research I do is looking at the optical, electronic, and mechanical properties of a whole bunch of materials that you can apply as thin coatings. So that is, we use pretty much techniques that industry would use to make thin coatings. So similar to, I would say, paint, but not paint. So we work with metals and polymers in particular. And it's, I guess, on a really fundamental level, it's understanding how all the atoms and so on go together in order to get the unique properties out the other end. And then understanding how those unique properties actually mean something to someone in industry that's trying to make a product, whether that be in automotive, agriculture, biomedical, renewable energies, really whatever they're looking for, we'll try and work backwards to figure out.
Okay, that sounds super interesting. Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you having
Sounds
fun with
interesting.
it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I one of my passions is to see science and engineering impact on society. So I'm really, really fortunate to be at that interface between really nice scientific discoveries, but then also working with people to try and turn that into something that someone, and the average person, if there's such a thing on the street, would actually get some benefit from.
Okay, that's very noble of you. And it's a very, very nice goal to have to do your research. Yeah?
Yeah. And so I guess the story behind that is I after my PhD, I worked in private industry for 4 years, and we were working on in the area of digital printing, so new type of laser printer we were developing, and I really enjoyed that basic research and how that could be turned into a product. But then I claim we did such a great job that the owner of the business decided to sell it, and we all lost our jobs. And so my motivation is really to try and help those manufacturing companies and industry to stay in business, to keep doing what they're doing, because happy people that are employed is what I like to see. So I'll do what I can to help.
Yeah, that's very nice to hear. All right. And what can the followers expect in your curation week?
So in my curation week, you can almost guarantee that I'm going to be talking about, I guess, the ins and outs of getting, just doing fundamental research, but how to get that out of the lab into the hands of your end users or your industry partners. So one area that I do a lot of work in is in and around research industry engagement. So this is my my non-day job, and that's really helping understand how to do that. But in particular for early career researchers, people that are just starting out on the journey, what are some of the things they can do to at least start to form the networks and the plan about how they might engage with industry as a career?
Okay, that's very interesting. Looking forward to it, Drew.
So am I.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to this podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. To know more about Drew, watch out for the second episode, which is an extended version of this podcast and will be live on October 2nd, 2019. To know more about us, please visit our website, realscientistsnano.org, and do follow us on Twitter at realsci_nano.